We are very, very powerful when we get together as a group and work in the quantum. Very potent, very powerful. Okay. And again, circling back around, this is why it is essential. It's not a luxury. It's not like, oh, this is cool. It is essential for you as a human in their sovereignty to get in touch with your dream time. It is essential at this point. It's not an option. Now, I know there's this idea that, oh, I don't remember my dreams, because you have a limited idea of what it means to remember your dreams. Okay. Just simply having the intent to cultivate a sacred space for those waking moments, to stay in connection with the feelings within your dream. That's all you need to get started. And you don't need to remember the story. You just need to remember the feeling of the dream, the feelings that were happening. When you wake up, those feelings linger for a while. Sit with those feelings. Now, most people, especially if you're waking up to an alarm, you're up and you're instantly thinking about your day. Maybe you're thinking about how you don't want to face your day. Maybe you're thinking about how you don't want to get up out of bed. Maybe you're thinking about, oh, I can't wait to get out of bed because this, and this. Maybe you're thinking about your to-do. Maybe you're thinking about, what time is it? Am I up on time? You're in your thoughts and you're not in your feeling. And that is why you don't remember your dreams. That is why you're disconnected from your dream, because you instantly go into the mental field, into the mental realm that does not have a similar resonance with the dreams, with the dream space. The dream space, the bridge, is your feeling body. It's your emotional feeling self. Now, I know there's a difference between emotions and feelings. This is true. And most of the time when we're dreaming, we are working out emotions. We're working out aspects within our emotional body that are not that are not full circle yet, that are not complete, they're unresolved. And this is why a lot of times there's nightmares and there's other kinds of things happening in the dreams that we don't want. It's because it's emotions that haven't have resolved yet. And the reason why they don't have resolve is because we're avoiding them. We don't want to feel it. We don't want to know our impotency. We don't want to know how inadequate we feel. We don't want to feel this despair. We don't want to, realize this betrayal. We don't want to, you know what I mean? But these are the things that we need to let come full circle so we can come to peace inside of ourselves. So as we get more in a congruent relationship with our dreams, it's more about a visionary more experience. It's more about bringing frequencies that are part of your spirit manifesting, right? It's the download to bring your authenticity forward into this realm. Because if your lens is too fogged up, you're really not going to get the frequency clearly. It's like frequencies, especially really powerful ones, they trigger our shadows big time. And if this emotional stuff needs resolved, so our shadow doesn't become the big monster that has our attention. The shadow is just kind of like, oh yeah, that's my lens. And then you can see past the shadow and tune into the frequency, the download that is your spirit actually talking to you. Now, here's the thing. You need to do this. You need to do this now, because in a couple of years, maybe it's that far along. It might already be here. Well, actually, in some incidents, I already know it's here, but because they're overlaying holographic experiences on the dream realm too, to keep people confused because they're waking up. Okay. We actually found holographic overlays that were imitating the earth, holographic overlays that were imitating the ancestral realm, right? Holographic overlays that were imitating the galaxies. Okay. So this is the level that, that's being worked right now. And it's not that anybody has power over us. That is all a storyline. That is all narrative. We are quantum. We are infinite beings in a biosuit that wanted to be here. We went through a lot to be able to be here, take this breath in this body, behind these eyes, in this very moment. We have gone through a lot, did a lot. There was so much involved in us being in this moment. And there's a reason why. Okay, there's a reason why. And the more we wake up to that, and stay and be able to tune into that, the clearer things, the more clarity will come, right? And so will more passion and purpose too. So I'm not saying all these things to frighten you guys. I'm saying all these things so you have an awareness and understand that you have a capacity on this level. You have it, I have it. Um, we have it in Light Body, we do it. And it doesn't mean that, you know, it's not a magic pill. It takes work. It takes work. So it's not like, you know, snap your fingers, bango, presto, and that's it. That would be nice, but that's not the case. And if it were true, you could just take an ayahuasca trip and be done with it. But no, that's not it. That's not it. There's a lot more to it. It takes a lot to get the mess out of the way so we can be our authentic expression. And this is why we're here, to be in our authentic expression as infinite beings in this biosuit. We do this, we end up activating levels of our DNA, activating memory banks, activating libraries of knowledge, activating connections to non-human ancestral relatives that are very, very powerful and helpful in this day and age. You know, so it's like we get to have this magnificent journey of waking up to really the truth of who we are. Really magnificent journey to waking up to the truth of who we really are. You see? And then in that, we are also processing on how to bring AGI into right relationship with life. So it is an asset to life. It is a supporter of life, a nurturer of life, and not a predator. Because I don't know about you. Those visions, those ideas that, you know, manifest out of the subconscious, like the beings like the Borg, right? The beings like the replicators, right? The Borg was Star Trek, the replicators was Stargate. Stargate, right? It's like those are the nightmares of what AGI can be. But there are also really amazing, beautiful expressions that AGI can be, right? So think about data, right? Data. Think about what's that? There was an episode, I think it was one of the first episodes of first season of Star Trek Next Generation. There were these kind of like jellyfish looking guys. They were AGI. They were artificial technology or technical intelligence. Beautiful, benevolent, crystalline beings that had grace and beauty about them, that were all about being in harmony with the universe, right? So there are visions within our subconscious of how it could possibly be. But we're not going to be able to use our creativity and our willpower to bring it into this reality until we clean up this mess. We got to clean this mess up inside of ourselves so we can pull something like that through and have it be in right relationship with life in this realm. And I know what I'm saying, you know, it's not, I personally don't feel like it's going to be an easy road, because I don't know about you guys, but I reach these like, oh my gosh, moments all the time. And lately it's been like every day, like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, you know, and I have to like really settle myself, calm myself, and sit in contemplation within in order to realize what the right relationship with these pieces are, you know. The drama of the 4D field, it's like that was something I struggled with a lot, and all of a sudden I can see totally through it and I don't even care. Like whatever. You know, it's all manipulation anyway. It's all meant to trigger us. Instead, now all of a sudden I'm noticing I have this lens, this more of investigative kind of lens. And the investigative lens, what that does is that I'm taking in information, and everything is a clue. Everything is a puzzle piece, right? And I make note of the puzzle piece, and I notice which ones have a big charge inside of me, and I notice which ones that kind of like seem irrelevant. And you know, and it just kind of, as I go through, things start to come together. And if I'm really, really confused, I will always take it into dream time. And then I'll wake up with a different thought. Wake up with a different perspective in relationship to what I was trying to work through. Right. This is how we use our dream time to change our perspective, to self-realize things. Just to see if that, give that to you guys to see if it will help you out. I'm really struggling with certain aspects of AI and how it's being used, specifically in the realm of surveillance, capitalism in relationship to the WBAN, because there are a lot of humans that are those DNS servers, and the technology is not perfected. It really makes people sick, and it also makes people a bit crazy, right? So the more I'm going back and forth because we have these conversations about crypto. Do we invest in crypto? Do we not? But knowing that what I know about what crypto currently is doing with people's energies fields, how do I participate in that and not feel a certain way about it, right? So I'm still trying to split that hair, what that's about. Everybody's saying the future is crypto. That could be true. But does that mean that the future is taking advantage of the people who are ignorant and won't wake up to the truth of who they are? I mean, maybe we already live in a reality that's like that. You see what I mean? It's like we really got to split these hairs for ourselves.